Here with the reaction is former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich. Governor, I've run along the lakefront. It's beautiful. It's a lot of families, people out there. But a source was telling Fox that this illegal was wearing a mask at 1:30 in the morning, armed. He wasn't looking for a party. He was looking for a killing.
Look, it's a heart-wrenching story, and it's heartbreaking. I'm a father of two daughters. My two young daughters have walked that very beach that young girl, Sheridan Gorman, walked, where she died. And, you know, Pritsker puts out a statement through a spokesperson. He doesn't say anything himself, and he waits 4 days. And the only reason they're even saying anything is because he's starting to feel the heat. People have noticed that the governor has been silent on this when he's always talking about how bad ICE is and all these other things that he opposes that really are about enforcing the law. But he's out there, and he's cowardly, and he's doing what he's doing behind the scenes through a third party. And what he is a reflection of what today's Democratic Party is. And who are these Democrats? They're for open borders. They're for sanctuary cities. They're for defund the police. They're for no cash bail. And all they do is endlessly attack law enforcement and ICE agents. And it leads to the sort of thing that just happened to this young girl. And I think about this young girl, again, as a father myself of two daughters. I think about her just beginning her young adulthood, beautiful young girl, a daughter, a sister, probably went away for the first time in her life to college, making her parents proud, and this happens to her, and it could have easily been avoided if Governor Pritsker and Mayor Johnson did one simple thing: do their jobs, enforce the law, do their jobs, and protect the people.
Rod, you know what I was thinking? All the times we heard Brandon Johnson and Pritsker run to the cameras anytime someone is jostled outside of an ICE facility or any, right? I mean, jostled. And they're running to the cameras. Oh, this is an outrage. We have a girl dead, and they're issuing statements through spokespeople generally.
Yeah, that's right. And Pritzker's doing this. Because of his political ambitions, he's putting together a commission to study the wrongs of ICE agents if and when the Democrats win election, so he can prosecute officers of the law, not illegal immigrants who are criminals.
One of your friends, I'm sure, it's an older woman, we'll play the soundbite, had a comment about this. A Chicago lawmaker how reacted to Sheridan's murder. Check this out.
The kids were out doing normal things people do in the neighborhood, and it sounds like this might have been a wrong place, wrong time, running into a person who had a gun. They might have startled this person at the end of the pier. We don't believe there is cause for broader community concern.
15 seconds, Gov.
Chicago and Illinois are the wrong place and the wrong time because we got the wrong people leading our state and our city.
Governor, always great to see you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.